My name is David Berg. I'm going to face this way because I want to talk to the community. I've lived in Studio City since 1967. 20 years ago, at this very church, I stood up and spoke in strident opposition to a planned condominium development, and for the next many years was one of the leaders in the Studio City Residents Association and Neighborhood Council's opposition to that project. I attended a meeting at the Six Restaurant a few weeks ago, and I walked in there with my teeth clenched and all ready to oppose this one, just like I opposed the last one. And then something happened. I noticed that there weren't high-priced consultants that were presenting the plan, but there was the actual property owner, the actual principals that were engaging with the community and expressing an earnest desire to work in good faith with the community. And the more I listened, the more I realized that this project, not perfect, but the owner has expressed an interest in working with the community, is a terrific project. We had 20 years to buy this property. We were never able to raise the money. The property remained private, and this owner, through 2 campuses that we can all look at, is demonstrated its stewardship of its property. I think we're fortunate to have this property owner here. I think the plan is an excellent plan. The commitment to water reclamation and other environmental features are extremely important.
Thank you.
We would be foolish in the extreme not to work with Harvard Westlake to improve and facilitate this plan's realization. Thank you.
Do you have any questions, comments over there?
I've appreciated the comments that have just been made, and I will say that I simply am hopeful that this cannot turn into a win-lose, but can be one in which those who are opposed at this point can earn trust and can develop a sense that we are going to care for the environment, that we're going to make it possible for Studio City residents to enjoy this facility, that we are going to keep our promises, and that it becomes a win-win. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to call up another couple speakers to line up. Patrice Berlin, Laura Wolke, Margot Reamer, John Alto. Please.
Okay. My name is Terry, and I've lived in my house on Laurel Grove for 33 years, and I too have fought this project every time it's come up. I don't agree that an acre building that's a gymnasium is low density. I don't believe that the setback around where you can't build any more buildings and planting trees is a wonderful park to offer us. Your own renderings show that area that you're calling our fabulous park is actually 2-sided wrought iron bars, and I think it's kind of a cynical gift to allow us to walk around the perimeter of the property looking at the bars at the property that we used to be able to enjoy for golf and tennis. When you talk about the amenity that you're offering, I don't know how many of you have been to this piece of property recently, but I go frequently, and when you go Monday to Friday, you see a lot of seniors. They're not going to be using your rugby or your lacrosse. You're taking away an amenity that is dearly enjoyed by people from 5 to 105. It is part of this community. And you keep saying you're listening, Mr. Commons, but then you say, but we're giving you this. And we're saying, we want what we have. We have a beautiful, unique, the last 16 acres. And I had a conversation with Assembly Nazarian over the weekend. And I said, Assemblyman, it's the last 16 acres in all of the valley. And he said, no, Terry, it's the last 16 acres in the whole city. This is not just about Studio City. This is the city of Los Angeles. We are bereft of open space that is easy to walk to and get to. And to build all of this up and call 2 plastic fields an acre building and a 500 car parking ground open space is a joke. I think I just got gonged.
I'd like to address Mr. Wheel. That's your name, right? Yes. You talked about not ripping out trees, but you are ripping out our heart. And I really believe, having lived here for many, many years, that Studio City, Weddington, Whitsett, the driving range, whatever you want to call it, is just an amazingly integral part of where we live. So let me read something quickly. Weddington is an outdoor community gathering place that is open to everyone. Now it is being taken from them. It is the only place of its kind in our area, full of trees, a sense of community that is hard to come by, a comfort for parents, for children, and our community. As a longtime resident, Weddington has provided my family with a rare, safe place where we can hang out with our neighbors and spend some time together. As a school teacher, I'm struck by the lesson that Harvard-Westlake is teaching its students by tearing down a green space and putting up buildings and synthetic tracks. Is in the face of a disastrous worldwide climate change. What kind of lesson is that? My son was a troubled child, spent a lot of time there. He pretty much grew up there. I felt incredibly happy that he was able to leave the house, not go to a mall, not play video games, not get into drugs, go there with his friends, intergenerationally mixed with our community. And I just don't understand the desire to really remove something that is so much a part of where we live and a huge value as to why we live here. And it's not about golf, and it's not about tennis, it's about a place that is a reflection of our community. And I think it's essential, no matter what you say, and specifically regarding the idea that this isn't solely about Harvard-Westlake, with the idea that, all right, we're gonna figure out ways to environmentally do this. We already have an environmentally safe place that is awesome.
Comments from others?
I understand the concern. Much of what I have presented and which we have shared tonight is an effort to create an intergenerational. I'm looking through to see the gentleman who just spoke movingly. Thank you for describing your son's experience. We would love to be a place that creates exactly what you described, a place where people can gather, whether it's in the interior, enjoying the playing fields, or whether it's in the exterior, walking through the river park, 6 acres of river park. But it is our aim to provide the same thing.
You have big shoes to fill, let's put it that way. As you know, and based on your design, which is admirable, and your speech, which is even more admirable because it's very convincing, there's many of us who are frightened of the aspect of losing what we invested in basically when we moved here.
Well, thank you for sharing. I simply want to say that you've articulated actually quite beautifully what we're aiming for, and I've heard you say that for you it doesn't seem to measure up, and I'm hearing you say that. But we're aiming for the same thing. You and I are aiming for the same thing.
Good evening. My name is Lori Wolke, and I'm the head of school at Lawrence, which is located in Council District 2, approximately 4 miles away from Harvard-Westlake in Valley Glen. My family and the school have been members of this community in Council District 2 for more than 60 years. I have seen over the years how Harvard-Westlake is a genuine community partner that has been entrenched in giving back to the Studio City and to San Fernando Valley and different communities and all the local organizations. Harvard-Westlake not only beautifies the surrounding area, but works deeply, deeply with their neighbors to enrich the surrounding community. And I know firsthand about ensuring student and neighborhood safety. And I know that Harvard-Westlake has a phenomenal security team who is dedicated to ensuring the safety and security of the property and those using it. I fully trust Harvard-Westlake, and I am really excited to support this project. Thank you.